welcome in for this week's episode of Football Playoff Talk Now. Let's get right into it. The topics we're going to cover today are the championship breakdown. What are our thoughts from last weekend? There were some really good games. We're then going to get into Tyler's bet that he absolutely smashed. We're then going to roll into the coaching carousel that's going on around the NFL right now, and then we're just gonna chat it up because we're four good dudes. You can see the guy behind me. That's my dream. That's our franchise in one picture right there. And I'm rocking a little Jordan Addison jersey. Let's get right into it. Let's have a good episode, boys. To start, let's just get into the biggest topic of the week. We have two Steelers fans, two diehards, in Tyler and Braden. And we actually were going to do an emergency podcast, but we said, let's just let it simmer down. We don't want Tyler at 110%, I might say myself. But yeah, we're just going to start off by, just having the hottest discussion of the week. You gentlemen can take control.
Well, Braden, if you don't mind, I'll go first here, and then you can respond to me if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
So initially, the news broke. Upsetting, unexpected, but then again, not really because it's the Steelers. And when I first saw it, I kind of went through my head, and it's like, well, that kind of shows that they gave up on developing Kenny Pickett. He's a run-heavy coach. And we need an OC that can develop Kenny Pickett if that's our franchise QB. And I have mixed feelings about it because 4 years ago, whenever he was at the Titans, he was a good OC. He was a very good OC, but then it's like Derrick Henry was on the team. Was he a good OC, or was it Derrick Henry just being Derrick Henry? And I kind of did some self-reflection over these past 3 days. And I've seen some trade rumors. I've seen some wants and needs from Steelers fans across Twitter.
Or Cousins.
And
Tyler, you sound depressed.
And I'm not like splendid, but
what do you mean? Arthur Smith is a stand-up man.
Hey, he's going to be good on the run, and that's what we're good at is a run. We have two great running backs in Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren. So I expect them to get 15 touches, 20 touches each.
Shitty quarterbacks, too.
That could change. I was going to get into that. I've seen trade rumors heating up in the Steelers.
Kirko Chains, baby. Kirko Chains.
Justin Fields.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, not Kirk Cousins, Justin Fields. I heard.
Bears quarterback to a mediocre Bears quarterback or back.
I mean, yeah, we got Trubisky from the Bears, and now I saw rumors that he was talking to Arthur Smith when he was at the Falcons, and Arthur Smith saying that he'd be a good fit in his scheme. And there was already a slight trade rumors or wants from Steelers fans to get Justin Fields in Pittsburgh, and after acquiring Arthur Smith, this kind of heated up, and if we do get Justin Fields, it would give Kenny some competition, and it would open up our draft to where we wouldn't have to draft a QB in round 2 or round 4, if we were going to go that route. I will let Braden speak his mind because he has a different mind. I'm a little optimistic. It sucks we have to wait 8 months to see how this outcome actually plays out. So I don't want to just bash on the man without seeing what he can do in Pittsburgh.
I don't like it. I think we're playing it safe. Kenny hasn't shown anything about being a franchise quarterback, but people are saying Arthur Smith turned Ryan Tannehill's career around, but he had Derrick Henry and he ran the wheels off that man, and they had a better O-line to work with, and so, yeah, I mean, it took pressure off Tannehill. He can make easier throws, but I just don't see it. I don't think Deontay Johnson and George Pickens were upset this year about targets and stuff, and I don't see it getting any better under Arthur Smith. I think it'll get worse. And you're watching the teams playing the Super Bowl right now. They have good running games, but they throw it really well. And I don't see Arthur Smith having that same kind of impact, especially with Kenny Pickett right now. And I don't see him being able to develop Kenny into anything special either. Especially after seeing tonight that the Raiders hired Cliff Kingsbury. I was kind of hoping for that, just for someone to bring a different offense to the Steelers. And they've been run heavy basically since they went on that huge run to win a bunch of Super Bowls in the 70s. And nothing's really changed since then. I mean, been through it more during his prime, but otherwise, we've always been a running, play it safe, conservative team. And that's not going to win Super Bowls or win games anymore. I mean, having a good defense is important, but you got to put up points, and we haven't been able to do that. And Arthur Smith underutilized his weapons in Atlanta, so I don't see really how this is going to work out. But I could be wrong, and I hope I am wrong.
So, what piece besides Arthur Smith is going to take you guys to the next level? That do you think besides Justin Fields? Because I mean, Arthur Smith is a run heavy guy. I think that RPO system could work well, honestly, with you guys. But at the end of the day, it is a passing league like Braden's talking about. So what do you think in the draft and or maybe another offensive weapon besides Justin Fields could help you guys out?
Line.
I really think they have to go O-line. If they win with Arthur Smith, they've got to build up the line. I mean, the line was extremely disappointing. Mason Cole should have been stocking shelves at Walmart all season instead of playing center. I mean, he can't snap the ball. You got to build up the line. I mean, half of them shouldn't even be starters in the NFL. Most of them should be on the practice squad at best. I mean, James Daniels and Broderick Jones are probably, and Isaac Semelu, I guess the recent signing, his first year with the Steelers. Those three should probably be the only remaining linemen, not even just starting O linemen on the roster for next season.
Dan Moore is a pathetic excuse of a man. He's our left tackle, arguably the most important player on the field on offense. And he's up there with the worst left tackle in the league. We drafted Broderick Jones to be a left tackle, and we moved him to right tackle so Dan Moore could stay there and give no blindside help to the QB. He holds maybe 3 or 4 times a game. And even then, he still gets burned when he holds. That's how bad he is. He'll hold a guy and still get burned. As you said, Mason Cole can't snap a ball, which is your job as a center to snap the ball to the QB. He can't do that. We need a punter really bad. Very bad.
A lot.
Yeah, it sounds like there needs to be a lot of improvement.
We need
I'm just saying right now,
I
you
think
guys are
really-
not sniffing a Super Bowl until you fix your quarterback's position.
Really, I agree with Ben. I think we need a quarterback, which is why I was hoping for somebody besides Arthur Smith. I mean, I know Kingsbury gets a lot of hate for his performance in Arizona, but didn't help that Kyler Murray had more interest in playing Warzone than studying the playbook or watching film. So, I mean, Kingsbury, I think, could have been a lot better of an offensive coordinator and definitely could have helped Pickett develop even a little bit more. But I still think quarterback's going to be something they have to take in either, if not this year's draft, next year's draft for sure.
I think the biggest problem with you guys is that you're always like 9-8 or 10-9, whatever the new records are. Like you're right around that like wild card fringe playoff right in, and you're not going to be high enough to get a great QB. You're also not going to be low enough to blow it all up. So you're kind of in that. That's why I wanted the Packers with Jordan Love to either be really shitty this year or go on a long run, which thankfully they did. I know they snuck into the playoffs, but he was on fire since week 8 or 9. So I don't know. I feel like if I'd rather be either really crappy so I can draft a quarterback, or obviously be really good Super Bowl team because I feel
kind of like how the Vikings are, just really bad, but now they can draft a QB, maybe.
Okay, let's take the heat off of me. Okay, I want to get into a little bit more. Like, how many bad hirings has Mike Tomlin had in his tenure with the Steelers? And think about this. Let's say Arthur Smith doesn't work out. The offensive performance does not improve. is this a rabbit hole that we go down where Mike Tomlin loses his job in Pittsburgh?
I I still don't think so because you heard Art Rooney talk about he had a big interview before we officially hired Arthur Smith. He was in on the hiring process. He was in on the interviews, all that stuff, and we still didn't interview really any outstanding candidate besides maybe Gerard Johnson, the Texans QB coach, who turned down all offers and is staying as the QB coach. You interviewed Thomas Brown from the Panthers, and he got fired, and they were just horrific this year. And then Arthur Smith. I mean, you requested an interview with Zach Robinson, obviously, didn't go to Pittsburgh and they didn't even get to interview him. They were floating around Kingsbury's name. No request to even interview Kingsbury. Didn't do anything with him. So I think, they didn't really interview any top guys in my mind. So I don't know if you can entirely put this on Tomlin, but I think you do have to look at whoever's making the hiring decisions, and you have to be able to throw some money at some assistants because you're not going to poach
I agree with that.
guys. You're not going to poach guys that are good without paying them. And the Steelers have been a notoriously cheap organization, even just looking at free agency signings. I mean, Allen Robinson, and we keep Mitch Trubisky for $10 million, and he gets benched for a third string and Mason Rudolph. So I don't know if it's entirely a Tomlin decision or just the front office needs reshaping in general.
Okay, rolling off of that, Ben, there was a man hired from Boston College. There was a man to replace Joe Barry, the miserable defensive coordinator that demised your football team for half the season. We would love to hear your take on the new Packers defensive coordinator.
You know what? Honestly, I like the hire. I think we needed a fresh voice. I know Matt LaFleur likes his younger coaches. I I honestly don't know much about him. I know he had a good success for being at Boston College. He was the 49ers D-back coach, and Richard Sherman had really high praise of him. So I just think a change needed to be made. I'd have been so pissed off if they would have kept Joe Barry. I know he had last couple of games were really good, shutting down Justin Jefferson, then going to sorry, and
Is that
then
really that hard to do though?
oh, anyway, shutting down Dak Prescott for most of the game before they put in the prevent defense. And then, honestly, I thought he played the 49ers really well, but I mean, I think what showed to me was Baker Mayfield's like one of two QBs to have a perfect rating in Lambeau Field. I think it's him and like Brett Favre. And then you follow that up with giving like 30 points to the Bryce Young and the Panthers. I think the guys were losing focus, losing interest, and picked some of that up when they got in the playoffs. But after a couple miserable seasons on that defensive side with so much talent, they need to change it. I think this young guy will come in, Haley, and talk to them, relate to them. I think he'll get along with the floor. Like I said, I don't know too much about his background, but I'm glad they did something instead of nothing. And just because Packers led the Steelers, I feel like in that regard where they just kind of trend with the same old, especially on assistant side. They're kind of cheap when it comes to throwing money on them, but happy with the change overall.
Yeah, I was watching a video of him speak about defensive scheme and stuff, and he seems pretty intelligent. If you had to say one like major improvement that he needs to turn around on your guys' defensive side, what would that be?
Safeties they need to figure out, and probably the whole backfield, defensive backfield, especially if Jerry leaves or Jerrier. There's gonna be some troubles back there. That's why I think where we need to go in the draft, especially in that safety position. We've been banged up there. Get some cornerbacks. I like our front seven really with Rashawn Gary, Kenny Clark leading that front, Preston Smith and those boys.
I think Quay Walker is definitely underrated.
Bill Walker did show a lot of improvement. My biggest knock on him was that he makes stupid
He's a
bonus.
crybaby. He's a
Yeah.
crybaby.
He always like tackled the guy 7 yards downfield, but neither here nor there. Some of that scheme though, like they had Joe Barry on like Chris Godwin. I'm like, what? Not Joe Barry. Quay Walker and Chris Godwin. I'm like, what the hell are we doing here, guys? But overall, happy with Haley. Think he needs to fix the secondary a little bit. I think he'll get that figured out in about a year or so. And shit, I'm really excited for next year already.
Yeah, I think something that a college coach brings also is just like maybe it's a completely different look that other NFL offenses haven't seen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Brian Flores did with his scheme this year. He pulled pieces of Pittsburgh's secondary. They run a zone behind like complex upfront blitzes. And NFL teams slowly caught on at the end of the season. But I will say to give the Steelers fans a little hope, Brian Flores was a head coach and he became a defensive coordinator, obviously soon in the league, or he would probably be another head coach. But I will say having that head coaching background is a big piece to it. And like I said last week, I don't think the Arthur Smith hire is tragic. I know Tyler seems a little depressed. Maybe we need to get this man an energy drink or something. But
Or some Prozac. Shout out Prozac if you're out there,
yes,
sponsor us.
Looks a
we
team.
need Prozac, Zins. I like Smart Water.
Wherever you're at, guys. Yeah.
Power World. Shout out Power
Four
World.
Yeah,
Roses.
Power. Yeah, shout out to anyone that plays Power World because that has consumed my life for the last week and a half.
But back
Anyway,
on that
well-
Arthur Smith, someone who played under him, NFL player, 2 NFL players actually, had very high praise of him, saying that the Steelers are going to be a very good team next year. I don't know if they were joking, if they were just shitting on the Steelers organization, or if they're actually serious saying it, but the Bussin' with the Boys crew had very high praise of Arthur Smith. Will Compton and Taylor Lewan said he's a very good coach and that Steelers fans should be excited. So I can either follow what I'm seeing on Twitter, on Steelers Twitter, of people just in a fury, or I can follow 2 guys who have played under him and what they have to say about him. And as I said earlier, it sucks we have to wait 8 months to see how any of this turns out for your Boston College coach and Arthur Smith. Because until then, it's speculation of can he do this? And when it comes to Arthur Smith, he doesn't have big shoes to fill. I mean, any 4 of us could step in and fill Matt Canada's shoes that he left behind. I mean, so I'd like to say we're going to be better offensively. Hopefully, utilize our one strong suit, which is run the ball down your throats and stop us if you can.
Whoa.
And
What did you
pause.
say?
Down
And then if we continue to run the ball well, it's going to open up the pass game, which is going to get George Pickens some deep balls, which he's shown he can be very efficient when targeted deep.
Not getting any easier for you guys with the Bengals, with Joe Burrow coming back, Lamar Jackson, and I think that'll be interesting. That's all I'll say.
Tyler's definitely an optimist when it comes to beginning of the season. Once we go down 7, week 1, we'll want to burn the organization down. So let's just wait a little bit. It's off season. So I think we could talk for like 3 hours about the coaching carousel. We should get into the breakdown of the games last Sunday, see what everyone has to say about them.
Yep.
Absolutely. I think we should start with Lions San Fran. My quick take is, wow, I'm so happy the Lions lost in that fashion. It makes me extremely happy. You can never root for an in-division team. I mean, I know that's sort of a hot take. I know there's a lot of people that want to see a team that has a 1 in 30 years win. But at the end of the day, what was it, like 21 unanswered or something crazy like that? I just want to say welcome to it, Detroit, because that's all I've experienced in my lifetime. I mean, we're talking about 2009 Brett Favre throw across the field interception. We're talking about 2017 absolute beatdown by the Eagles, and it's just continued heartbreak. Blair Walsh, something that I've lived with my whole life. I watched Kirk Cousins take a 3-drop step and tear his Achilles. Okay. But welcome to Detroit. Will you ever get back? Who knows? You have to pay Jared Goff now. There's a lot of decisions in Detroit. Also, when you don't win, Will Dan Campbell's coaching philosophy run dry. Anyway, that's my take. Lions, welcome to it.
So I'll go next. I was really hoping the Lions would have won because that would have put me up a substantial amount more money. The night before, I had a few sodas. And when I got back, opened up DraftKings. DraftKings, feel free to sponsor us as well. We are good users of you. I opened up DraftKings and started placing bets, thinking, oh, I don't know when I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. It was a little later into the early morning. And then I woke up and I'm like, oh, it's game day, time to go place my bets. But no, to me, I already placed them. Unknowingly, I looked down and I'm like, oh my God, I really placed them. There was some good high numbered bets there. There was some $50 bets and $30 bets. One of those bets happened to be a $25 parlay, Chiefs Lions money line at like plus 900. That would have been a nice little boost to the account. And coming into halftime, I really thought about cashing out or maybe even hedging, but I'm like, I'm not a pussy. I'm gonna let it ride. I have faith in the boys in blue. And yeah, they let me down, but I do think that people are criticizing Dan Campbell for going for it on fourth down. I don't hate it.
I think for good reason. Just kick the field goal and tie the game, brother.
I don't hate it because he's been doing it all year. And why would you change something? I mean, it was a good play call. It was a
You
good
already went
execution.
for it on fourth down.
It was a
We
good
know who you are.
execution. The pass was there. The receiver dropped it. They should have had the first down if the receiver caught the ball.
All right, coming off of the Tyler's betting depression, my only take is that, yeah, I mean, it sucks to see the Lions lose after 30 years, but the way the 49ers played in the second half, they deserved it. I mean, in all fairness, IU got fairly lucky on a grab to get them within distance to score a touchdown, but I think after this game, I can say Brock Purdy is a little bit more than a game manager. I wouldn't call him good. I wouldn't even necessarily go as to say top 10 quarterback in the league, but he's obviously good enough to get his team to the Super Bowl and maybe even win it, but it might honestly just be Kyle Shanahan's offense.
Sound like Cam Newton right there.
Just saying, man, Brock Purdy's he's not elite, but he can get the job done. He's a winner.
I think we don't realize how many good weapons the 49ers have around Brock Purdy. And I'd say he's probably fringe top 15. Like he's like middle of the pack quarterback for me. Like definitely worse quarterbacks like Kenny Pickett and
That's okay.
Jimmy G.
I get the hate. I get the hate. Let's do a
Even
little.
like Brock Purdy and Derek Carr are pretty compatible. Maybe that's a hot take. Anyway, like CMC, Debo, Brandon Ayuk, that offensive line, like holy Christ, I wish I had that many offensive weapons or Pittsburgh or any of us. On the defensive side, you have Fred Warner and a bunch of other dudes. I think the only weakness was their secondary, but yeah, props to Shanahan. Shanahan, he is a great coach, a great schematic guy. Props to Brock Purdy. I'm glad he actually won. It's cool to see a seventh round pick, Mr. Relevant, or whatever the last pick of the round, the draft to win. Yeah, I don't know. As for the Lions, I'm not going to criticize Dan Campbell too much, just because I feel like I saw a kick be missed the week earlier by the Bills kicker, Tyler Bass. Yeah, I don't know how much you can trust your kickers in the playoffs, especially when I, as a Packer fan, saw what's his name miss a 30-some yarder to go up seven, and then next thing you know, CMC scores and we lose the game. So it's worked for him all year. I like his mentality. I don't know about the repeated success, but I will say that probably the biggest hire, in my opinion, is just Ben Johnson staying at the Lions. I think that was huge.
That's funny that it didn't go to the Commanders.
That's big.
But
That's big.
I don't blame him. That's a shit show.
All right, let's do a little game here. I'm going to name some quarterbacks and tell me if you'd rather have them or Brock Purdy on your team.
Ooh, I love it.
Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford. That's easy.
Braden?
Yep, Stafford.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Wow, okay.
Jared Goff.
Brock Purdy.
Ooh.
I'd rather have Brock Purdy as well.
Oh, Jesus.
He's younger.
This one's going to get heated. Kirk Cousins. I'd rather have Purdy.
Why, Tyler?
He's a winner. He can win in the playoffs.
Okay. I feel like it's a toss-up. Like, Obviously, Purdy has made it farther in his career, even though Kirk's been in the league for 10 years. But I
Is this
think
like, sorry, future career going
if
forward? Is this like a one game, like Super Bowl?
Have on your team next year.
I'm just saying, if you
I
drop
think-
Kirk Cousins behind that offensive line with those weapons, I think it looks a lot prettier than Brock Purdy makes it look.
Yep.
All right.
I say it's a toss up only because of Kirk Cousins' Achilles rupture. Otherwise, I'd take Kirk Cousins with that 49ers offense 100% of the time over Brock Purdy.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
Okay. Geno Smith.
Brock Purdy.
Yeah, Purdy.
All right. Justin Fields.
Purdy.
That's hard. That's tough for me.
Purdy. Fields can't throw the ball, dude. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd probably lean Purdy. Like that's like really toss up for me though.
But I think Fields on that 49ers offense, little RPO with CMC, Devo. I don't
That's
know.
true.
I think
That'd
Fields.
be nasty.
All right. Last one. Baker Mayfield.
Brock Purdy.
Give me Baker.
Oh God, probably Purdy. That's.
I have a lot of respect. I have a lot of respect for Baker and what he did for the Browns organization. I think it's kind of shitty how they dumped him when he had 2 injured shoulders and still played that whole season. And he looked good this year as well, but he's so off and on. I think Purdy's, you know what you get with Purdy every game. It may not be the best, but it's not going to be the worst. And with Baker, it's up and down too often that I'm sticking with Purdy.
What about J Love? I mean, I know who I'm taking, but
End of the
J-Love.
season this year, J Love, I'm taking J Love. Beginning of the season, J Love,
okay.
toss up.
Well, going into next season, J Love.
Who knows what he's going to look like next season? I mean, hopefully he only ascends from where he was at, but
Yeah.
it's possible he could get worse.
Tyler, you taking Jane Daniels or Brock Purdy?
Jaden Daniels.
I like Jane Daniels. I had a future on him to win Heisman.
Jaden.
All right, well, that was fun. I think we should go into the next game. Patty Mahomes, baby. I don't know. Tyler, start us off.
So I don't know if Aiden has them, but I hit a few bets during this game.
Yeah, we can go into that. Let's go into that.
I mentioned them on the podcast last week of some of the bets I was hitting. I hit a Chiefs money line. DraftKings offered a boost. I boosted it to plus 218. And I put the $25 max on it, and that paid out 85. And then I believe what Aiden has is he has two parlays here. The first one being this anytime touchdown parlay. I mentioned it on the last podcast of Kelsey, Pacheco, and McCaffrey and Gibbs. No sweat-free bet. And then the last one was Kelsey and Chiefs moneyline parlay. I thought it actually had very good value for what it was. Again, sweat-free. Chiefs dominated that game. Lamar looked flustered, and he didn't look like a good quarterback. He was making some questionable throws. His biggest weapon is his legs, and he didn't use them. He had lots of space to run, but he decided to stay in the pocket an extra half second. That pocket closed. His chance to run was over, and he got sacked or fumbled or threw it away. Zay Flowers looked good. Besides that taunting call and fumble, he looked good. He looked explosive. He's going to be scary next year playing the Steelers. I thought that the Chiefs first half Chiefs looked very good. Second half they were just holding on. They scored no points in the second half. I don't know if I should be concerned about that going into the Super Bowl or not. If they are get a lead and just play to not lose. Hold that lead, and if it is a shootout going into halftime, are they able to keep up with the explosive Niners defense, which is Christian McCaffrey, Debo, Ayuk, and Brock Purdy?
That's the offense.
And I don't know if that's a little concern for me, as I We'll get into this more next week as I'm liking Chiefs as of now. I could switch, very easily could switch. But overall, that game was not a very fun game to watch, in my opinion. Not a lot going on, a lot of turnovers, a lot of punts, lots of drama.
I This might be a really hot take, but I think the Ravens lost that game more than the Chiefs won it.
I
I
actually
Lamar didn't use his legs at all. He had plenty of time. I mean, Snead made a big play on Zay Flowers when they needed it, but other than that, the Chiefs defense really didn't look outstanding. It just looked like Lamar didn't know what he was doing anymore. He was too scared to run. I think he was trying to prove that he can throw the ball and he's more of a quarterback than a running back. But you got a chance to go to the Super Bowl on the line and you're making stupid passes. You can't complete short throws and that interception to end the game. I mean, throwing into 3 white jerseys, Stevie Wonder wouldn't have made that pass. So I'm just not sure what he's doing there. I don't know. As of right now, I like the 49ers in the Super Bowl because I think they come out looking good in the second half. In both playoff games they've played so far, they've looked better in the second half. And the Chiefs they didn't do anything against the Ravens. The Ravens defense shut them down pretty much in the second half. So, and I think the 49ers defense is better.
I want to add on something. So you mentioned that throw into triple coverage. Like when I watched that, I thought it was a stupid throw, but after watching it, it looked like Lamar was trying to throw that to draw pass interference, which I believe there was pass interference on that play that didn't get called. And for what he was trying to do to draw that pass interference, I thought it was good because Isaiah likely had to go back to get that ball. He was already getting tackled before that ball got to him, which should have been pass interference in the end zone. They get the ball, the 1 yard line, and they get in. But since it wasn't called, it's a very bad pass. But from what I've seen, it should have been pass interference, and that's what he was gunning for. Which I don't know
Either
why he was
way,
trying to
you
throw
got
that
a
in the first place.
you got a chance to go to the Super Bowl on the line. You don't rely on the refs to
No,
make
stupid
a
throw.
pass interference call like that. You don't throw that ball regardless of what you're trying to do with it.
I just will say I think that's some of the dumbest football I've ever seen by a football team. Like the amount of flags, the amount of the fumbles, just all of it was god awful. Like I know Baltimore has this sort of edge to them, and that's what they wanted with bringing all those old guys back, Ray Rice, who else? Who else they brought back on that great.
Definitely not Ray Rice. He's
Oh
still
yeah.
stuck in an
Oh
elevator
my God,
somewhere.
I am
Not
right. He
elevator,
is.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
yeah, elevator.
Cut that.
Oh,
Go work on that. Cut that out.
you're a Ray Rice guy?
Well, no, cut that out.
Yeah,
Um,
he was a great running back.
he
Okay.
wasn't. So was OJ.
He was, and OJ was innocent. The glove didn't fit.
That's a topic for a different time. Um, but still, that was some of the stupidest football with all those unsportsmanlike conduct flags, just the taunting. It was like, what are we doing? And the game plan was also really dumb too. I think they only ran the ball like 4 or 5 times, and you have Lamar, you have a great running back. I'm sorry, I don't know his name. Um, so many
They
weapons
have
on
two
top,
great running backs.
2 great running backs, and it's like, what the hell are we doing? It was some of the most mind-numbing football I think I've ever seen, and that's coming from a Packers fan where we always seem to have really stupid penalties at really stupid times. So, congratulations to the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes just throws him in the GOAT conversation for me. If he was not there already, especially if he wins the Super Bowl. Um, I like MBS, former Packer. I actually like Andy Reid. Think he's a good dude. Um, Honestly, like I said, I'm pro Travis and pro Taylor. I don't know why we have a bunch of haters out there, but go them. I hope they win. I hope they kiss under the lights when they win the Super Bowl. Tyler predicts, and yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah, going off of that, I put a big $50 parlay on Lions Ravens and both ended up losing, so it was tragic. As Tyler knows, I guess he thinks I'm a pussy for hedging, but yeah, I just absolute childish play. I mean, we saw a team completely melt down. Lamar, who's supposed to be the leader of the team's throwing his helmet. Zay Flowers, I mean, what are you doing, bro? It's not fourth down. Just get down. You do not have to extend that football. And then you have a freak out attack on the sideline and your finger starts bleeding. I mean, I was just watching a video of George Kittle talking to Brock Purdy when they were down 14 or whatever, and he's like, "You got this, bro. Like, you're our leader. Like, you got this." So I think there's just that stuff comes into play, especially in the playoffs. You need mature attitudes, and yeah. Also, I don't know what the game plan was. You have the number one rushing attack in the NFL, and you decided to drop back a million times, which makes no sense. So I do believe that the Chiefs probably got a little bit lucky. I think Steve Spagnuolo, that's his name, right? He's a
Yeah.
pretty good DC, and
He's a very good DC.
yeah, I think he probably had something to do with that. Whether that's putting a lot of guys in the box, making them pass the ball, but yeah, I just think you need teams with maturity. And obviously, we watched the Ravens melt down. Even though you're down 14, it's not like or down 10. You're not even out of the game. So that was wild.
I'll just add that you could tell that the Chiefs have been there before and the Ravens haven't. It's pretty simple to me.
Yeah,
Yep.
I do. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I do think though that the Chiefs defense is really good. They got a lot of young guys, but I'm not sure how they're going to be able to keep that together without drafting well. Nick Bolton is going to want paid. Snead's going to be a free agent this upcoming offseason. He's going to want paid. When Trent McDuffie's rookie contract runs up, he's going to want paid as well. Chris Jones sounds like he really isn't even going to planning on being back in KC next year or maybe even playing football at all. So, I mean, I think this is the Chiefs' chance to win the Super Bowl. I'm not saying they don't have a chance again because, I mean, you have Mahomes at quarterback and Kelsey's decided to come alive in the playoffs and play like he's still in his prime. Like he could play 10 more years. So you never know. But I still, as of right now, think that the 49ers win the Super Bowl, especially with there being a rematch and the Chiefs coming back and beating the 49ers the first time. I think the 49ers will come out to play, and I think it'll be a good game.
Oh,
Shout out Subway if you're watching.
Sponsor us, Subway.
Tyler took
Oh, you're having
a girl
Subway
to
right now?
Valentine's Day. Yeah. Tyler took a girl to Valentine's Day at the Subway, so you should sponsor us.
all right. Well, that was a great discussion. Let's we want to roll into random bet of the week, and then we will roll into the new segment, random player of the week, where I have chosen one player on a Super Bowl team, whether that is the 49ers or the Chiefs, and my fellow friends will try and figure out who that is. Let's roll into random bet of the week. Tyler, why don't you lead us off? Because you are the biggest gambling man. Hashtag DraftKings. Let's roll it into you, brother.
Yeah, so there's not much going on this weekend. Obviously, we have the Pro Bowl, we have some basketball, hockey, we have golf going on, and then we have some mediocre tennis. But what's also on that I've been dipping my toes in is soccer. We got the English Premier League going on lately, and I've been getting more into that. And my random bet here, let me get it pulled up here. I believe it is Saturday at I think 1:30, 1:20. I'm gonna take Tottenham money line at plus 135. Saturday at 6:30 in the morning. My bad. Little early game. Early morning sweat. Tottenham plus 135 at Everton. Don't know much about soccer. Just feels right.
Will you be up at 5:30 a.m. to
I
watch?
will be. If I have that
Really?
bet, I will be watching.
All
I
right.
have been I have been known to
All
get
right.
up very early to watch games. I was up at 4 a.m. to watch the British Open for golf and the Scottish Open.
That was because you were coming back with your man of the night, your 38-year-old man of the night from.
No, it's because
See,
my
I don't.
my favorite golfer, Ricky Fowler, decided to have the earliest tee time of the morning.
I don't see Tyler. Tyler doesn't know much. I don't think about soccer or the Premier League in general, but I'll let him have that. My
Zero.
my random bet of the week. I actually have two of them. The line hasn't come out, but I have KU money line against Houston.
Love it.
Houston's been playing better, but it's in Allen Fieldhouse. I know Tyler disagrees with me, but it's in Allen Fieldhouse. So, I think you gotta go. You gotta go with the Hawks,
No,
and
I agree.
then
And before you say that, I might disagree that KU might lose, but I'm still going to put probably a 15-unit wager on that game on KU money line. I don't like it. I don't love it, but it's got to happen. And yeah, you can continue.
yep, KU money line against Houston, and I'm gonna go with Jackson Churio to win NL Rookie of the Year for the MLB as a future at plus 900.
Damn, bro, that's plus 900. I gotta watch my words, but I legally can't say anything.
Oh, wait. I have one more before you guys continue. I don't want to budge in here.
Oh, just go.
Tyler, what's the weirdest sport you've bet on? Rugby?
Probably cricket.
I've never been
Cricket?
on cricket or rugby. But
Bowling.
today was the opening day of one of the greatest sports ever invented, Premier League darts.
You can bet on that.
Oh, I did bet on it.
You can
What
bet on
online
darts.
betting? What online website are you using?
DraftKings.
Wow.
I hit a little 4-leg darts parlay. Rob Cross, Gerwin Price, Michael Smith, Luke Litter, all on the money line. That was 10, paid 56. And then I also had a separate bet on Luke Litter, the 16-year-old phenom of the darts
Yeah, come
world.
on, man. Get your English right.
Don't listen to this, viewers. Like, how
It's
can you have any expertise?
darts is very fun to watch. If you've watched it, you would know it is hype. Everyone there is just drunk because it is in England. So everyone there is just drunk and everyone's just screaming darts, darts, just chanting darts.
You should make a beer dive league. I'd totally bet on that. Sorry, go ahead.
Darts is very fun to watch. That's the most random thing I bet on today.
Tyler, do you need to call the 1-800 hotline?
No, I'm making money.
It's possible. It's possible. It's possible.
Did you get your third bet out yet, Tyler, or no?
What?
Did you have your third bet yet, or did you say your bet? I wasn't even.
Oh, so
No,
I
he said his
can't
bet.
find this bet on DraftKings anymore, but I do have it placed. It is Shavkat to be crowned the UFC welterweight champion by the end of 2024. I got it at plus 250 odds. He is the Mongolian, I believe. Monster. I don't believe he's lost. He's just very fun to watch. He's an easy win every time. And I think he's going to be challenging for the belt here. Hopefully UFC 299 or UFC 300. I don't know if those cards have came out yet, but I'm very excited for UFC 300. I think that's when Conor McGregor's going to make his return. That's kind of the speculation in the UFC world. He's going to make a return against, I think, Michael Chandler for their third bout. And it sounds like it's going to be the most hyped card in UFC history. And I'm very excited for that one. When that time comes, I believe it's in June. Could be wrong on that timing. I'm sure we're going to have to talk about that.
Shout out our Mongolian viewers if there are any.
We love Mongolia.
But that's my random bet.
All right, Ben, go ahead. Or Aiden, somebody take over for Tyler.
Yeah, I can take over. My, if we're just doing fun things, I guess there is no football to bet on. There's just no way we can let this girl beat Steph Curry, right, in the 3-point contest. Like, if there's a line for this, I mean, even if it's minus 500 Steph, like, I saw they're giving her, like, I guess the WNBA used a smaller ball or whatever, but they're giving her a smaller ball with the same rim and she's closer. Please, Stephen Curry cannot lose. This just can't happen.
You
We're good, man.
misogynist.
We still support the females.
But when it comes down to a sport established by big burly men, we cannot let Sabrina beat Steph Curry. And you know what? If there's a line, I will maybe sprinkle a little money on it. Maybe Tyler will join me because I know he agrees with me. He's just not opening his mouth right now.
I'm just a degenerate, and I got to ride with any pick my boys have.
Throw back to Brittany Griner saying she could beat prime DeMarcus Cousins 1-on-1.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. We, as an NBA institution, maybe we're trying to push feminism. Who knows? Maybe Stephen Curry will just miss a couple just because he's not the great. I mean, he's the greatest shooter ever to play the game. But, I mean, there's just no way that we can let this happen.
Is he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's better shooting than Steph Curry?
Have you ever heard the name of Jordan Poole?
Okay. Anyway, let's run into the last bet of the week so then we can get into random player of the week. So
Yeah,
Ben, why don't you finish this off?
I'll keep this quick. Looking this up, MLB, getting ready for MLB season. Very excited. Huge Brewers fan. Go Aiden. Shout out Aiden. Brewers 8.5 wins is the win total. I'm going to hammer the over. Even though they just did trade Colbert Burns, breaking news on the pod. We broke it here first. You heard. We didn't break it first. I still think we have really good pitching, and that really does wonders in the regular season. I think we have a youthful infield and outfield with Churio, Yelich.
Shout out Churio.
Yep. Bullpen's still good. I love our pitching coach. I'm gonna hammer the over. They've run the division 5 of the past 6 years, 4 of the past something insane that hasn't really been done by Brewers before. So I know Counts left. I'm very sad. I loved him. Maybe Matty went to the Cubs. Wish he would have. If he would have went anywhere else, I would have rooted for him. But of course, he had to pick the rotten no stinking Cubs. So go Brewers over 78.5.
And is 78.5 a lot? Like,
no, I feel like it's on the lower end from what I saw. I feel like the average is 80 some.
Yeah, I will say again. I have to watch my words, but like we have a lot of young talent, pitching talent that could easily be in the bigs this year to replace. I mean, you can't really replace Corbin Burns, but there's a lot of guys that can step up.
Yeah, I feel like that's been the Brewers' mantra, and maybe you can
So
speak on
if
that.
any of you three want to lock, I guess not Aiden. You two want to lock. Hammer, put everything you have on your net worth on Royals under total wins. I think it's at 71, 73.5. I don't think they get 60. They're bad.
I
Hey,
mean,
shout out-
yeah,
I know.
I
I know. I played with their second baseman, Michael Massey. He's low-key a dog, 4th rounder at Illinois. And then who's the really fast outfielder guy? No, we don't. I mean, I would hope you guys know baseball. Whatever. I don't know. He's with my agency. He's like super fast.
I was watching baseball quite a bit last year to start the year. I was watching Pirates games when they went on. They were
on a 10-minute rant about Pirates baseball now.
No, they were like 26-6.
Bobby Witt Jr. Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah, okay.
I just said Bobby Witt, but he's a shortstop. He doesn't play in the outfield.
That's exactly why I don't watch baseball, Braden.
But I watched Pirates and they're like 26-6 or whatever. And then about the third game I started watching, they decided to go on like a 24-game losing streak or something crazy. And I decided I was a curse and that I should never watch them again until next season. And I think the Pirates...
It was O'Neal Cruz injury.
O'Neal Cruz was also injured, yes.
All right. Well,
let's get into this random trivia.
Yeah. So going forward, we're thinking to add a new segment. You know, we would love to hear Tyler talk about his engagements with older men at the bars, but we have to put a more family-friendly segment into the end. So this week, I get to pick a football player that is playing in the Super Bowl, and everyone gets 3 guesses. If you miss on all 3, you're probably not going to because I'm going to make it a little easy. But let's get right into it. All right, first hint. This player went to college at a JUCO. I'll just go a little slow. He was undrafted. And has played for 3 teams in his NFL career.
Now let us guess, and then if we all guess, and give us another hint here.
Yep. You know, I'll help you out. At the combine, he ran a 4.44.
Okay. Who wants to guess first?
You got it.
And if it helps, he wears a red jersey.
Yeah, that helps.
Went to a JUCO.
Yeah.
He went to Hines Community College.
I'm blanking. Undrafted.
Undrafted. Ran a 4.40.
MVS.
No. He was traded.
I think of running backs.
He was traded from the team that signed him as an undrafted rookie.
Was traded.
During his rookie season, this player allowed a total of 182 receiving yards and just 1 touchdown.
Oh, so it's DB.
Corner.
Oh.
Cornerback. Sneed.
Nope. Okay, going
Ben,
forward, we should only
yeah.
get like 2 guesses because there's 3 of you.
Yeah,
or
Ben.
2 guesses.
2 guesses.
I honestly am blanking. Is it Tre'Davious Ward? Is he even on one of the 2 teams or no?
It is Tre'Davious Ward.
Oh!
It is. He plays for the 49ers.
Yep, and he played for the
Ward.
Chiefs. He played for the Chiefs.
He did. Number 7.
Yep, the Chiefs traded for him from Dallas. He started his career in Dallas, went to the Chiefs, and now he's with San Fran.
Tre'Davious
Cool.
Ward.
Cool. Maybe I should.
I seriously thought you were going to go Trent McDuffie there, and I was going to be so mad because I just wanted to tell you so bad that it was not him. I'm almost positive Trent McDuffie went to Washington. So
Yeah, he did. Got another
Hey,
trivia
give us-
question for you guys.
Aiden, give us another player.
You want me to?
I got a trivia question for you
Give us
guys.
another player.
Tyler, fuck off.
Yeah, it's a good one.
All right, give us your trivia question. Then Aiden's
right.
going to give us another player.
With 2 first-half interceptions, this free safety Dexter Jackson won Super Bowl MVP for this NFC team in Super Bowl 37.
Buccaneers.
It's the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Ben's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, thank
Ben's
you guys.
good.
You guys.
What is that? Some Barstool trivia you just found today, Tyler?
Yeah, it was. It was the dozen trivia.
It was the trivia he was playing at that Red Eye Tuesdays or Ruby Red Eye at the bar.
Ruby
Yeah,
Tuesdays.
give us one more player. Give us one more player. No, we're not doing Ruby Tuesdays again, bro. No.
All right. This player went to the University of Tennessee. Nothing.
No, nothing.
He was drafted by this team in the 7th round, and it is not Brock Purdy.
Okay. 7th round pick, Tennessee.
Is
Last year.
Is he on the 49ers or Chiefs?
I can't tell you that.
Can't tell us that.
In 2023, he played 13 games, had 19 receptions, for 265 yards and 1 touchdown. This player had he had a pretty decent play last week.
Juwan Jennings.
Juwan Jennings.
Yep.
Yeah, get out of here, Tyler. Juwan Jennings.
Got me by a second.
Here, I'll do one more.
Process.
I'll do
I had
one
to
more.
process it.
All right, last random player of the week. Ooh, okay. This player has a strong social media presence.
Travis Kelce.
Oh my god, bro, you fucking loser.
Is that it?
Yeah, it was. I wanted to do like one that like seemed so obvious that like it would take a little bit, but
That one was
here we
bad.
go. Oh. All right, Mr. Barstool.
I was low-key going to say Debo Samuel because he's always on Kay Adams' show. Shout out Kay Adams, one of the baddest in
Love
the
of my
game.
life.
But
K
Yeah.
Adams, come on.
Sponsor. We sponsored. Can we get sponsored? by
No,
K?
can we have K Adams as a guest on?
yeah, FanDuel can Kay Adams if you
Oh yeah,
want
we're
to be
not
a guest,
DraftKings
just
at all. We're
hit us up.
FanDuel. We're full FanDuel.
Hey, we'll take those free bets. We love free bets.
Have you guys ever done the
All my
immaculate
turn.
grid?
Say what?
Have you ever done the immaculate grid?
No, what's that?
So it gives you it's a grid, and obviously it's a grid. Here, let me.
Ben, you would love this.
So you got to name someone who's played for the team on the left, and then corresponding to the team on the top.
No, you see how it says first round pick? Yeah. So Ben, who's played for the Green Bay Packers and New England Patriots?
Oh, probably no offensive lineman. I don't know.
Let's look at hard one. Steelers and Packers.
You guys got anything for that one?
I'm thinking.
All right, who's the first round pick for the
Yeah,
Patriots?
we're dumb. We are so dumb.
Mac
Okay.
Jones.
Najee.
Obviously you can go Najee
Let's do-
Harris.
Let's do
No.
one.
Terrell Edmonds.
Yeah.
Terrell.
Hey, 0.9.
Chargers first round pick was Drew Brees.
Drew Brees.
Really? I did not know that, dude.
Yeah.
What?
No, he wasn't the first round pick. He wasn't a first round pick. He wasn't the
Tyler.
first
I
round
thought he was
pick.
picked like 5th overall and then traded to the Saints.
He wasn't. He wasn't a first round pick.
That's so dumb.
Chargers and Texans.
For Patriots, sorry, not Packers, the other one. Patriots. Try Wilfork, Vince or whatever it's Wilfork. I think he played for both.
Oh, Vince Wilfork. Yeah, he played for both. Yep. Yo, let's go, man.
Thank you.
Chargers.
Steelers. We got 2 Steelers fans here.
Steelers Texans is Kendrick Green.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Steelers Packers is a legend. John Kuhn.
Did he really play for the Steelers?
I don't know how to spell this.
Kahun.
Khun.
No,
No C. No C.
Okay, sorry guys.
try Kuhn. Yeah,
Yeah, John Coon.
I did not know he played for the Steelers. Damn.
Chargers Texans.
Chargers, Packers.
It's a tough one because we're not gonna get the immaculate grid. We already missed out because Tyler missed out on Breeze.
Hey, you agreed on Breeze. You said,
We-
yeah, Breeze.
He did get drafted to the Chargers, but I knew
All right,
I
can we
for some reason I knew it
can we get a
wasn't
new
it.
one?
We
Yeah,
could do
try and see if we
previous.
previous grades.
We're
You'd be
really bad
screwed.
at this, guys.
Oh,
This one will
this
be
might
good.
be. Yeah, this one will be good. This one will be good. I like this one. Let's do this
All
one.
right,
Ray
let's go in
Lewis,
order.
Hall of
Broncos,
Fame.
Ravens.
Let's go in order, Broncos, Ravens.
Did Emmanuel Sanders play for the Ravens at all?
No. Shannon
Um,
Sharp.
Shannon Sharp. Good one.
I don't know, Braden. You were freaking looking at that screen pretty intensely.
5,000 receiving yards. Demarius
Shannon Sharp.
Thomas. Did he get 5,000?
I don't think so.
I
Maybe. Maybe.
feel like he's had.
Sanders, who was that like gadget guy for them back then?
Mm, I think it almost had to be
Wes
Demarius.
Welker, he played for the. I don't know
But
if you
Wes Welker played for the Patriots way more than he did the Broncos.
Yeah.
It's just career though. It's not just on that
Yeah.
team, I believe.
Hey,
Yeah.
Rushing,
Okay.
rushing yards.
Didn't they have a really good running back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't think of his name right now.
Neither.
Oh shit.
Well, you get Ray Lewis
Um,
for Baltimore and Hall of Fame. I mean, that's pretty easy.
yeah, Ray Lewis.
Yep.
5,000 plus for his
Hall
yards
of
receiving
Fame.
in a career in the
Let's
Hall
try
of
and make it
Fame.
difficult here.
Is that Godwin?
You really think Mike Evans already has 5K?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Rushing for the
didn't Frank
Bucks.
Gore? Didn't Frank Gore
That's
play
what
for
I was
them
thinking. I
today?
think
I was
Frank
gonna
Gore
say
played on it.
Fournette. I was gonna say Fournette.
Did
I think
Frank?
Frank Gore.
No, not Fournette.
You don't think
You think
Fournette
Fournette
does?
has 5,000 yards
5,000
career
is
rushing?
nothing, dude. 5,000 is nothing.
I think Frank Gore though.
Frank
I
Gore
think
played.
Frank
definitely has
Gore
it,
for the
but
Buccaneers Ravens would be more efficient.
That's true. Yeah.
did he play for both?
Oh,
I told you. What the fuck are you
Good job,
doing?
Tyler.
Idiot. He
oh!
didn't play for the
He didn't even play
Buccaneers.
for
He
the
played for the
Bucks.
Ravens.
All
Hall
right,
of Fame 5,000 receiving. Lynn Swan.
What?
Nah, dude, we're doing another grade. We're doing another grade. Cause nah,
Do basketball. I think we do basketball.
I
no
can't do
way.
baseball. I'm gonna be sucking at baseball.
Let's try basketball.
Isn't this Tyrese Maxey? Maxey, maybe?
Did he play for
Did
the
Maxey play for the Mavs though? Magic Johnson, easy.
Dirk
Dirk,
Steve Nash for the
or Charles Barkley?
yeah.
Dirk.
Hey, we're 3 for 3, boys.
Is Steve Nash in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, this fucking beast.
Amari
Amari.
Stoudemire.
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Dude, idiot! Oh my god, dude.
Yep.
All right, I'm not going to
Titans.
Oh,
input.
Reggie Wayne for
Falcons. No, for 5,000?
yeah, Reggie Wayne.
5,000 Reggie
Yeah.
Wayne
Yeah,
or
he did.
Marvin Harrison.
Or Marvin Harrison.
I'm not going to input any until we're all together on one.
Chargers, Broncos.
I mean, this one's
Matt
Easy.
Ryan.
yeah.
Yeah, he's there. He's there. Last year.
We go with Keenan Allen here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keenan Allen.
Do AJ Brown for the Tennessee 5,000.
Yeah.
Did Julio play for Tennessee?
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Julio
Yes.
for yeah.
Julio
Good work, Tyler.
Julio Jones, baby. Tennessee and the Broncos. Um,
Hmm.
John Elway pay for the Titans.
No, there was a
Oh.
receiver in the 2010s.
For
Manuel.
who?
No, Broncos Titans.
It wasn't Emmanuel Sanders.
No, I think he was a white boy. Um,
So then who?
let me think about it. Move on.
All right, Chargers, Broncos,
We AFC
division
West.
rivals.
Who, Ben?
It's a two AFC West.
Oh.
Two AFC West.
Eric Decker
Yeah.
for the Titans, Broncos. Titans, Broncos.
Titans, Broncos is Eric Decker.
I think 52% of
52% of people are guessing Eric Decker.
I mean, I feel like that's the easiest one.
Tony Gonzalez played for the Chargers. For some reason, I thought he did. I don't.
No. Um, it's gotta be lineman, right?
Oh, Falcons, Chargers. Young Hoo Ko.
Did he really play for the Chargers?
Yeah, he got drafted to the Chargers. Not Hung. Young.
Just
Young.
type in Young.
Young. Y-U-N. No. H-O-E. Young. Let me think. Y-O-U-N-G-H-O-E. All one.
No, dude.
No, there's an N. Y-O. Type in Koo. K-O.
Y-U-N-G, bro.
Young Hoo Ko right there.
Y-U Young Ho.
He was right there.
Oh
Young
my
Hoo Ko. Oh my god.
Podcast needs some work.
That's gonna go viral, Tyler, right there.
We're so dumb.
Oh my god, bro. Chargers, Broncos, man, this one's tough.
No, it's not. Fuck. We're dumb. Fantasy legend.
All right,
2018. Melvin Gordon.
Oh yeah.
Melvin
Magic.
Gordon.
Wow, gentlemen,
That was so challenging.
that was
Our rarity score is shitty.
Hey, we didn't get dubs in this chat though. On this podcast.
That was
Dude,
brutal, boys.
It was like 5 tries, bro.
That was so. Hey, it's about the adventure.
Emailed Prozac the other day, but I haven't heard anything back.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Zen, sponsor us.
What was your email?
Sponsor us.
We're 4 depressed guys watching shitty sports teams, trying to make a podcast. Will you guys sponsor us, please? We need depression medication for our sponsor. Thanks, Braden. And I haven't heard anything
I like
back.
how you signed it, Braden.
Yeah.